Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And this is a movie which I had been planning on watching quite a while back. Came out in 2019, um, and my tendency is I don't tend to watch a lot of war movies. It's just something particular about me, like especially American war films. I tend not to watch. This, however, is British. Maybe that's one of the reasons I did decide to, and that I really wanted to watch it. And yes, I finally did. So I'm talking about the movie titled 1917, which is based on a World War II. Is based around World War II, and the story is basically about these two, excuse me, young soldiers who were tasked to go through, really difficult circumstances on their own, just the two of them, to crawl, and there are possibly German troops or soldiers waiting to kill them en route. So it's a bit risky. They have to go and warn another battalion not to go forward to. Basically, it's a strategic withdrawal to the new Hindenburg line, which is where the German troops have recouped and waiting, and the British Army thinks that if they attack right now, they will get the upper hand. But it's an ambush waiting for them. So they've actually planned it so that they can defeat kill as many British soldiers as possible. So this warning is actually sent out because who is the I forgot. I think the general or is played by, what is the person's role? Um, yeah, General Erenmore is played by Colin Firth. So he's the one who tasked these two soldiers to actually go and waiting. In one of the soldiers in that particular battalion is the brother of one of these soldiers. So um, his name is Lance Corporal Tom Blake, and his brother, played by Richard Madden. Where is that? The name over here. Lieutenant Joseph Blake is actually in the other battalion. So it's a personal thing for him as well. So he decides to go. The other Lance Corporal, William Schofield, isn't as I wouldn't say the word enthusiastic, because I don't think Blake is actually enthusiastic. It's just that he knows it has got to be done, and he's got a personal stake in it since his brother is in the other section. Schofield is a lot more worried and not that enthused about actually going through it. But anyhow, they do manage to get through one section. Blake is killed by German troops, and he makes Schofield promise to try and make it to the other side and deliver the message that they should stop their attack and rescue his brother. That's what he wants Schofield to do. Schofield takes his his dog tags basically, and goes ahead. He goes through the harshest of conditions, most difficult things. He manages to kill off a few soldiers, escape from them as well. Runs into a French. This is actually in France, basically. So he runs into a French woman, and I believe a nanny who's taking care of a baby. I think she doesn't really know who the baby's father is, and he gives them some food. And finally he makes it to the other end. He goes and warns, but they don't actually pay heed. And he's got the brilliance about this movie is the way they've shot it, especially that towards the end where he's walking through the soldiers who are rushing, trying to attack the Germans, and he gets hit multiple times because of his fellow British soldiers, rushing through. That's beautifully done. I've never seen anything kind of like the intensity of this kind of a scene. It is brilliantly done. The director is Sam Mendes, by the way. I know I'm kind of all over the place in this particular review, but that is actually my favorite scene. I don't know if I've it's something that actually sticks in my mind, the way he's and he's tired, he's tumbling, he's just at the end of his ropes, and he's trying to make his way um, to Vaughn, and finally he reaches the uh, the lieutenant colonel, here referred to as a colonel, in charge of this particular battalion, Lieutenant Colonel Mackenzie, who's played by Benedict Cumberbatch. That was surprising. Very tiny role in there for him. As is for Richard Madden, very small role towards the very end of the movie, where Schofield, having warned them warned them so that they can stop the attack, he is told to go and get himself checked at the medical tent, and also go and get some food. But however, instead of getting the food and getting himself treated, he instead goes to find Lieutenant Blake. Lieutenant Joseph Blake, and he tells him about his brother, gives him the dog tags, and he asks permission to write a letter to his mother about the fact how her son died and that he was with him till the end. They were friends, so Joseph Blake is happy that his brother didn't die alone, that he had a good friend along with him who has taken this much effort to actually inform his brother about his younger brother being killed. And he goes, sits and to write the letter to his mother even before taking care of himself. Brilliantly done. The two young actors for this, I don't know how old they are, but George McKay plays Corporal Schofield, Lance Corporal Schofield. Dean Charles Chapman plays Lance Corporal Thomas Blake, who is killed midway through the movie. And so you've also got people like Richard Madden, Colin Firth, Benedict Cumberbatch. That's it. It is kind of dragging in certain sections. However, I think the second part of the movie really does pick up its pace quite a bit, and I was, like I said, those scenes were absolutely done brilliant. I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. Not the easiest movie to sit, especially until just had my dinner. A lot of onions in it. I'm burping quite kind of heavily. Not the easiest movie to actually get through until the middle part, but then onwards, I think it was kind of riveting for me. I absolutely enjoyed it. A lot of good fights, shooting scenes, war scenes, and that scene, I don't think it's going to leave my brain for a long time. That's it for this particular film for me. 1917, came out in 2019. Really awesome movie. I think we're going to watch more Sam Mendes movies. I have seen a few of his, but I really need to get and see what else he's got on offer for us. Thank you.